What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 15 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. You might be asking yourself, is this going to be the last episode 15? Yes. Yes, it is. The first and last ever episode 15 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. I am Tim Gettys. This is Alfredo Plays. You can find him on twitch.tv/Alfredo Plays.
Ayo.
This is Andrea Rene coming back again.
What's up, guys?
Ooh. Shit's going down.
You're officially a member of the Kind of Funny team, and you use these fucking things to punch yourself in the face with them. I do it all the time.
You probably know her from the internet. If you don't know her from the internet,
somebody make a gif of that and send
don't
it to
worry.
me on Twitter.
It will happen. It will definitely happen. And rounding us out, very round. We got one half of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller and Portillo.
I
had to do it.
Dead. And no, it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I look like he just looks like a disembodied head on my arm right there in the monitor.
I can't see that.
I know. Well, don't worry about it. You focus on
good, though.
not hitting yourself with the microphone.
It's this thing.
I know the pop filter goes everywhere. It gets everywhere.
I blame Kevin for that.
Like the sand, like the sand from the Tunguski Raiders.
Man.
Remember them?
The Tunguski Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, those Tunguski
how can you forget
Raiders.
them? And the Metachlorians and the honey.
Metachlorians. I just like how everything's slightly off. They're Tuscan Raiders, Greg. Don't ever get that wrong again.
Okay, sorry. I apologize.
All right, so, a lot of things have happened recently. A lot of video games have come out. A lot of games have been played. Greg's been gone for a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like. I mean, you've been back a little bit.
Did we do a Gamescast with me yet, or is this my first Gamescast
This is
back?
the first Gamescast we've done with you in a while.
No, because we did the Chips Ahoy argument in the last one.
Was that Gamescast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
People like that a lot. People like that. They don't like how serious you are and how NPR you are.
I think it's fucking happened.
Whoa.
You know?
That was a good
Now
conversation.
we're not serious.
Thank you. Thank you,
That was a
Fredo.
good combo.
Do you remember the Chips Ahoy commercials? Where,
Chips Ahoy. And there's fucking cookies dancing
What are your favorite
around.
cookies?
My favorite cookies?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, soft batch?
But I mean, like brand cookies.
Yeah.
Soft batch? Is that
Yeah,
a
they're
thing?
Keebler, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
The ones in the red package?
So Keebler.
No,
All right,
that's Chips
yeah.
Ahoy.
Yeah,
Keebler also
chewy.
has them, though.
No.
And they're the red
Chips
ones
Ahoy
with the
chewy.
fire ants and the
I'm
hot
pretty...
action.
Now I have to look this up. I'm pretty sure they're Keebler, but I'll
Shout out to
double check.
Mint Milanos.
Mint Milanos.
R.I.P.
What
Mint
are
Brussels.
those? What are those called?
I do love
Girl
some
Scout
Thin
cookies.
Mints.
No, the Fields.
Yeah.
Fields?
The ones that come in the the Sausalitos and the
What?
Oh, Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm
Yeah.
remembers.
The
Yeah,
Mint
damn.
Milanos.
Do those have commercials?
These
They don't
ones,
make
yeah,
Mint Brussels
Keebler.
Brussels.
What? Whoa. Yeah, okay.
You know
Soft
what I'm
bass
talking
Keebler.
about?
And now, did you just ask, did Pepperidge Farm have commercials?
Yeah.
Soft batch.
Pepperidge Farm had the best commercials.
Don't remember them. They're not that memorable.
They're fucking... There's a Family Guy joke and a Reddit meme about it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll Google you one here. I'll get you
Best
one.
commercials.
Because they were
like
all...
a rock. Oh, like a rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
as I could
Pepperidge
be.
Farms. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a rock.
Well, guys, this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast. It doesn't make sense, and it never will.
Talking about cookies.
But if you guys didn't know, this is a show that's on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames.
Remember making toast in a gizmo like this? Maybe you remember Grandma toasting homemade raisin bread loaded with plump raisins. Swirled with cinnamon. That sweet aroma.
cookies.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. You see, they used to make bread. What? That's what people knew him for.
Oh, shit.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like
Oh my
that?
god, look at that hat.
Yeah, it's like fucking...
He looks like Colonel Sanders.
He's Orville Redenbacher meets Colonel Sanders.
So do you remember these commercials?
Yeah, kind of, because I didn't remember that part, but I remember that the Pepperidge Farm remembers.
But you do remember the Chips Ahoy commercial.
Bam, 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 bam. They had one commercial they ran for like 12 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
Why did that play for so long?
'Cause it
was
worked.
good. It damn worked.
When I heard big band music, I thought of cookies. It worked.
Okay, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames every Monday through Thursday, broken out topic by topic. Every Friday, you get the full episode there or over on iTunes and all the other places. If you want it early, patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. That's cool. But the coolest part that you might not know is if you pay even $1. Even $1. Actually, I think it's even less. Can you do less than $1 on Patreon?
we do. You can, but we don't reward that.
Oh, okay.
If you give us 99 cents, thank you.
At least $1 gets you the exclusive episode every month.
Get
And
you
those
in
have been really
Arizona.
good.
Yeah, they're worth it.
99
Yeah,
cents.
they're
We
definitely
found
worth
over on
$1.
the Kind of Funny Patreon. We discovered you're the unsung hero.
On the
I gave-
page?
I gave
Oh,
you
yeah,
that
you're right.
title.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
on that
right. I
exclusive
didn't accept
episode.
it. So that's
It's
not
too
how
late. I gave it
titles
to you.
work.
That is how titles work.
Nope.
Someone gives them to you. You can't no.
Guys. Yes.
Oh, it's not even the right song.
It is.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, look, it's just a balloon with text on it floating around chocolate chips. Like, what the shit were people thinking?
There was other ones though. There was definitely like
There was
CG
one in a
dancing
ballroom,
things.
right?
Yeah.
They just kept that song. They like found
It was like I did
Do
not.
you know the name of that song?
not work the
the Chips
audio for
Ahoy.
this.
Chips Ahoy.
I think it's called Sing Sing Sing. I could be wrong.
Do you want me to ask Siri?
Is it? Yeah.
Nobody
See, look
cares,
at us, we're
Nick.
band nerds. We know shit.
This is like that's a new one.
Are
That
we
was
still
a new
talking
one.
about Chips Ahoy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Chips Ahoy commercial as well.
Don't remember this one.
It's old. It's got like computer stuff, so it's
Oh,
not.
that's when they lost it.
it's
They
when
went off the
tried
deep
to, They
end.
tried to get too fancy with
They
it.
tried too hard. Computer chips. Was that what they were going for?
I don't think that's what they were going for. It's possible. Oh, here we go. This looks like it. Chips Ahoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parentheses 1996.
Yes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
There it goes. That's what we all
With
remember.
the dancing
Fredo.
exclamation
That's
point.
what we grew up on, everybody. Every time I watch Pearl Harbor or Captain America, this is what I'm taking back to whenever they're out ballroom dancing. I'm like, I want to
I
fucking
want Chips Ahoy right now. All right, guys. The first topic for today that has to do with video games is, what are you playing right now? We've done this before. We did it with Colin, and he gave us some answers. We did it with Nick, too. It was Colin and Nick on that one. And Nick was talking about Dying Light. So it was a
Really?
while ago.
that and Axiom Verge.
It wasn't Axiom
The
Verge.
two
not yet.
games.
Yeah,
Nick
yeah.
Scarpino's
He
playing.
got into Axiom Verge, though.
He's waiting.
So I'm going
to
to
do
speak
it.
for Nick Scarpino right now and say that he's playing Axiom Verge because he's still playing it.
Yeah.
He beat it. He loved it.
He wants 100%.
And he's like 100%. How far are you, Nick? 75% of the items, 95% of the map.
That's pretty good.
How many hours you put into it? 25.
Damn.
Nick Scarpino put 25 hours into a game. That means... Yeah. Well, he also really likes the opening theme song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's it sound like?
It sounds real. Nick, can you come here?
Axiom Verge!
Come here, Nick.
Nailed it. All right,
Nailed
good.
it.
Okay, fine.
Ship it.
So, I played Axiom Verge for a little while. All the games that I'm talking about right now, I've only played the opening like 10 minutes to. So I
How
went
do you
back.
just played 10 minutes of a game?
It's been interesting.
There's
So
just so many good 3DS games for him to play. that he-
yeah, it's just so busy.
Oh, no.
library.
We are not getting
It's
back
a
into
vast-
that.
It's just,
That's-
no, it's
I got my
continued.
teammate here, Greg.
I know. I'm
So
going down.
we're good.
Yoshi's
But no.
Woolly World, son.
Yeah, I'm excited for Yoshi's Woolly World.
Looks
Who
so
is
good.
it?
Yeah,
Yarn amiibos. Come on.
Kevin's a punk ass bitch. I've been playing. I played a little bit of Axiom Verge. You got me Bastion codes, so I
Yeah.
played a little bit of Bastion.
Bastion's
Both
so
those
fucking
games, I'm
awesome.
like, these are fucking awesome. I'm all
Wait,
about
had you
this.
not played Bastion before?
No,
Oh, what?
I know. It's so cool though. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
concept of it and like how it, everything about that game is like.
Kid fell off the edge.
pretty damn awesome.
Bastion's great.
And then I had a copy of Tomb Raider, the remastered one. I've
Yeah,
never played it.
definitive edition.
Nice.
And I started. I popped it in. I was like, I really like this. It's a little extreme. I played about an hour of it.
Her deaths are extreme.
Oh yeah, her deaths are very gruesome,
Very gruesome.
and it's just like it's a very intense opening to a game. And I was like, wow, this is very not what I expected, but I'm liking it.
What'd you expect? Nude codes?
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
That's all you need from Tomb Raider?
I wanted more pointiness. I was a little let down on the pointiness factor.
Oh, man. These graphics have come too far.
Yeah, exactly.
Breaking
It's
the
a little
experience
upsetting.
from it. Yeah.
But I feel like it's the sound effects are what's catching me off. Well, first off, the PS4 microphone needs to shut the fuck up.
Oh, the controller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you can turn it off. So I did.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you're walking through puddles and it's like splash, splash. It's like, why are you so intense right now? Like that should be like a splash at best. But yeah, it's a little too much for me to handle. But it's like every single thing she does is the most like overtly like loud noise ever. It's like she walks into a rock and she's like,
You never walk into a rock. You don't know what's
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like-
I really like that game, but one of my biggest criticisms of it was that they just make her seem like she's orgasming all the time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which I mean,
that's
that's not my
true.
biggest criticism of it, but it's like it definitely feels weird.
Yeah, I just have the Pokemon video stuck in my head now. You splash, Magikarp, splash, splash.
Oh,
splash.
that was good.
Yeah.
I missed that. That's some
Yeah.
old school shit. What are you playing now, Alfredo?
Shit ton of stuff. I finished Bloodborne. Beat the whole
You
game.
loved it.
I loved it. Absolutely loved
Were
it.
you expecting to? Were you a Demon Souls, Dark Souls?
I was scared out of my mind. I've never played any Souls games before, so I was
Yeah.
like, "This is gonna kick my ass. I'm gonna be doing this live." But I beat it. 17 bosses deep, so that was fun. It was like 30 hours. I've been going back since I got a PlayStation 4. I played The Last of Us.
Nice.
Love that game. I did Uncharted, the first one, over the past weekend. I got 2 and 3 lined up. And
Now, what's
I
interesting is you
bought
did it off
PS3.
PlayStation Now.
I did.
How was that?
The game streamed beautifully,
Yeah.
but there was dead zones on the analog sticks.
In-
So okay, what does that mean?
So that means like this is dumb. This is the analog stick, right?
Okay,
you
if
just
you're
move it one way, it's like it's just like it starts functioning. The thing is, the dead zone is just like if you move it like this, there's no response.
You gotta go hard.
All the way around. Yeah, you have to swing it hard.
If you're listening to MP3, he's moving around a giant ginseng honey tea, green tea here, Arizona.
It's Arizona.
So from my side, I
Arizona.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you really have to move the analog stick.
Gotcha.
So it made it really difficult to like line up headshots or stuff like that. I'm gonna go play 2 and 3. Also, I played PT. Fuck that game.
Did you get through it? Did you finish it?
I did.
Did you have the chat?
That is the
telling you how to do
most
it?
frightening hallway I've ever experienced.
Did you do the whole
in
thing
my
where you
life.
talked? You talking to a microphone?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Did you play?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
No,
And
you
I'm not even
couldn't. You
saying
couldn't
the
pay
whole
me
guy.
to play that game.
Really?
Okay, you maybe could pay me to play that game, but
Get the Patreon tier up.
I would not play that on my own volition. No.
Alfredo brought up a good idea for us to do Let's Plays, like a whole week of us playing through PT, so it's all 5 of us individually doing it.
Oh, sure.
I like that.
Yeah, I played it right after, a week or two after it came out, maybe a month. But yeah, I streamed it.
It's scary.
It's cool. It's scary. Yeah.
But the game that's my new jam that I'm just streaming every day is Battle Royale H1Z1. It's so good.
Yeah.
For those of
You
you
were
guys
on
that
this
don't,
H1Z1 train for a while. Though.
it's just everything that I wanted out of DayZ. But it's essentially there's like 150 people. It drops everyone parachutes into this large open world. Everyone scrambles for weapons, backpacks, stuff like that, ammo, and then it's the last man standing. So people start shooting each other.
It's
and
a
then
cool idea.
Yeah, and then eventually you have a map and there's a green circle and that's the safe zone. And
So it's the Hunger Games. Is what
Exactly,
you're saying.
it's Hunger Games. But you get all these.
No,
random,
it's Battle Royale.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
But you get all these random encounters.
Wait, are you speaking English
What do you mean?
in the game? Do you speak English?
I speak English.
So there you go.
I
It
hate you
is
so
Hunger
much.
Games. It is Hunger Games.
No, but there's so many random. So there's like proximity chat, and there's so many random things that happen all the time. Like I was with this one dude that it was Korean, didn't speak any English, and all of a sudden like his 3 friends.
So it is Battle Royale.
Battle games.
All of a sudden I got out and he took the driver's seat and I got in and like he met up with like his 3 other friends and all of a sudden I was in a triad gang at that point and we just kept rolling up to people. They popped out like 4 of them and started shooting, killing people. And I was
So
like,
you're working with other people, knowing there can be only one. It is like Hunger Games.
yeah, so I mean that's the thing, right? It's like if you have a team, you're stronger until like
Sure.
the final. But it's like how's that gonna go down? Anyone can turn on.
How long do the games last for?
Usually, I mean anywhere from. I mean it depends if you
Yeah.
die right away. But I've gotten first like 3 times, like 45 minutes or so.
Nice. That's really cool. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
You got some ridiculous stories in that.
Yeah, there's some people that like the one guy was Russian and then he didn't really like me and then eventually it turned into a love story because I kept singing to him like Mariah Carey and
Nice.
Clay Aiken. So.
Yeah, of course.
And Clay.
Invisible. Yeah. Clayton still hasn't responded to our tweets.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Okay.
He's
I'm on
he's
right
busy
now.
running for office.
If I could just
That's so weird.
walk into your room.
Creepiest.
It's a
song of
good.
all time.
It's a good rendition, if I do say so.
Yeah, it is. What about you?
I've been playing a couple different things. I've been playing Ori and the Blind Forest, which I love. I hate love. I mean, I love to hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Hate to love it. It's really great. I've also been playing the pre-sequel, Borderlands, the pre-sequel on the
Yeah.
Handsome Collection. We played this weekend, and then I've also been playing the new Evolve DLC
Ooh.
with the new hunters and the new monster.
Have you been on that? That hype?
I haven't touched it yet. I've been busy filling out my backlog of my catalog of PlayStation games.
Yeah, I have a pile of shame that I'm going to try to go through here too.
Pile
But
of
now,
shame.
but
I
now,
like that.
But now, have you never heard of that?
No.
You guys don't have a pile of shame?
Well, we
I
do,
know.
but I didn't refer to it as a pile of shit.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
like games that are like stacked in a pile, and you're shamefully haven't played them yet. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have some that I have to work on, but Mortal Kombat comes out next week, so
And
what
you
am I
were a
gonna
big
do?
Mortal Kombat fan,
oh yeah.
which is interesting.
Why?
I feel like those aren't things that exist.
Big Mortal
Normally.
Kombat
Big
fans?
Mortal Kombat fans don't exist.
What?
That's weird.
Crazy.
Well,
Are you out of your
in
mind?
the fighting game echelon, it's like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
No.
If you walk
but
into a
there's
room,
still a large
Yeah.
group
there's
of people
fans.
who
Okay,
like
yeah,
Mortal
no,
Kombat.
don't get me wrong. I understand that there's fans, but I'm just saying it's just like I don't think that anyone's gonna be like you're excited for Mortal Kombat for right now, and then you're never gonna care about it again. until they announce another one and then reveal each character that you know is going to be in it.
So what
anyways.
you're saying is that they aren't doing an adequate job of putting out filler content like Street Fighter does in between tentpole Street Fighter releases.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So we need Mortal Kombat 9 Ultra
9.2.
Edition HD
Yeah.
2.0?
That's exactly what was
Okay,
necessary.
so
Yeah.
just want to make sure we were
To
on
be
the same
fair,
page
I'm not a
here.
fighting game guy. I just like casual games.
Well, I mean, they announced that Mortal Kombat's going to be part of ESL, which is great. So, and
Hell's ESL?
Elder Scrolls Living.
exactly. Electronic Sports League.
Wait, the what?
I think that's what it stands for.
I don't know.
Electronic
It's one of the
Sports
esports.
Esports, bro.
Esports
Oh,
League? Esports.
cool.
I should know what that. Let me look that up.
We all should. It doesn't matter. We don't. Because the esports don't matter to
It's
us.
just
We're
esports.
glad if they matter to you,
Regardless,
I'm
I'm
so
excited
happy.
for that game. It's
I
coming
like
out.
watching
I've
esports
been
games.
a
Shut
Mortal
up.
Kombat fan for a while.
Okay,
That
so
is
what are
to
you
me.
what are you excited about for it? Like,
The
Story?
the new story mode looks really, really awesome.
cool. I know
Yeah.
Hunter Pence, big fan of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
He's like super fucking excited.
Kind of funny fan.
Mm-hmm.
Friend.
Mortal Kombat fan.
He's been on the show.
So the two of you, you're gonna have a great time.
Me and
It's
Hunter,
gonna be great.
we can
yeah.
play together.
And Destin likes Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Vince?
funny.
Vince hates it.
Hates it.
Vince doesn't like it.
Vince doesn't
Really?
like it.
He's a fighter. He just he had a whole rant about the characters. And I don't know. He just doesn't like the pomp and circumstance. I think.
God damn it, Alfredo.
why-
This is gonna be a problem.
What the pump?
No, we both just keep making the exact same
Oh,
noises.
I see.
Yeah.
Here, one brain.
Yeah.
Noise.
It happens. Greg,
Yeah.
what are you playing?
Tons of Borderlands the pre-sequel. I'm all in. I'm invested. I'm in love with it. I mean, I have plenty of problems with it, but I'm in love with it. You know what I mean? It's one of those games where it's all I want to play. It came along just when I needed it, Tim. Where I wanted a game to play and just check boxes, finish quests, get the nice bright green, turn in. Yep, that's exactly what I want to go do. You know what I mean? I've been on the road a lot lately, right? So like with the Vita, I really
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been looking, wanting a Western RPG. I don't want JRPG. I don't want turn-based. I want like this thing that's just out there.
You want
it.
FPS RPG?
Yeah, Gunzerker.
It's a lot of letters.
So it's like I hadn't had that, right? And right before I left, Bloodborne came out. Right before I went on vacation. So I played for like 15, 20 minutes of it. Liked what it was. I'm like, I want to play this when I get back. But even then, I wanted like the literal checklist. You know what I mean? Doing this, seeing the progression, assigning skill points, doing all these different things. And so when I got back and Borderlands was out, that's all it's been.
How you liking it on the PS4?
Great. Yeah, it works really, really well. It's nice to have the PlayStation 4 controller. It's nice to have Borderlands in Super HD or whatever the hell you want to call it. The suspend mode is nice. I hadn't, they just put out the new firmware for PlayStation 4, so the ability to pop out, put it in rest mode, and then come back in. Like I turned on. Christine and I are playing together. We've been doing split screen for a while, but that was wearing on me because my eyes have seen what Borderlands should look like. You know what I mean? So eventually we broke it into 2 monitors in the bedroom, and I turned on her system. It wasn't even that. You're reaching for
What?
that one. You're reaching. You did the whole like sexual innuendo. 2 monitors in the bedroom. What does that even mean?
Hey, it could happen anywhere, anytime, Greg.
What the hell does that mean? Anyways, I turned her system back on, and she had put hers in rest mode, and then it had like the little spinning thing on Borderlands. I was like, what is that? And I clicked X on it, and it just fired up right to where it left off. Like no loading. It was in pure suspend mode. I was like, that's awesome. I need to start doing that.
Technology.
I
It's
know.
here.
That shit
I
crazy.
mean, the Vita, pioneered that, but no, no big
Yeah, no big deal. The unsung hero, the Vita.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. With its
Then of
vast
course, yeah,
library.
I started that. It does have a fast library, you motherfucker. Then I started Bastion on PS4 again. Great, love it, so into it. It is totally though like, and when I got my code from Supergiant, they did the whole wiki like we're still working on the Vita version. Don't worry, because like that's a game I feel is perfect on the Vita. Like that's all I would play on this trip to Missouri tomorrow if that's what I had.
I want Ori on the Vita.
Yeah.
I want that so. I know, but I want it. I want it so bad.
It would be really
God
great,
damn it! That
yeah.
game. We did a Let's Play on it like a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, "Fuck, this looks so cool!" Like
It
Colin
looks
and Nick did the
beautiful.
first 15 minutes. I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to play that game.
How have you not played it?
Because I don't have an Xbox.
Uh,
Yeah, and it's on PC, but like,
that's not.
it's. I know. I'm sure getting it would be easy and putting a controller and being fine, but it's just like, as a console gamer, the idea of that, I'm like,
No, thank you.
Uh-uh.
It's one of those
just-
you talk about like when we argue about the Vita, 3DS, who is the better library. You want to talk about a bad library? It's PC right there in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
No
You guys need to
exclusives.
just
No games at all,
accept
really.
Steam and Gaben into your lives, and it
I
will
love
be
Steam.
much better.
Steam is amazing. It's awesome to have your everything there. Like for the City Skyline. Crap. There's another. Oh, Marvel Heroes. Like having them all just there, ready to go. I love having them on the laptop, the Origin laptop we had.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have them ready to go. But like
And Mount Your Friends.
There's something.
Classic.
Mount
So
Your
good.
Friends, of
It's
course.
so good.
There's
Have
something
you played
about
Mount Your
consoles.
Friends?
I don't think I have no.
Do you know what it is?
Maybe.
It's this amazing game where there's a goat and he's just chilling there, and then you're like these like dudes with just like limbs.
No, I definitely have not played this.
And the limbs like you need to climb on
with the
top.
goat
You
and
mount
it's
the
called Mount
goat.
Your
You
Friends.
haven't even talked about the penis physics.
Well, there's penis physics.
Oh Jesus!
You don't
It's
see the penises.
They're
They're in
not.
banana
they're in
hammocks.
banana
Yeah.
hammocks and they're
Yeah.
spinning around, and then you need to like climb
Wait, they're
on top of each
spinning
other.
penises in banana hammocks.
It doesn't make much sense, but we suspend our
It's
disbelief.
real good. We have a Let's Play coming out this week, so it should be. It's an old game. Like we're really late to this, but
Yeah.
you introduced it to my life.
It's
and I'm
fun.
really happy you did.
We need to do Gang Beasts now.
Yeah, Gang
Gang Beasts I've known about for a while. I'm just waiting for.
Console version.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, I know it's easy, but the idea of dragging everything out there and syncing controllers. I mean, controllers barely sync to other things, let alone to PCs.
Just gotta accept gaming into your life, man. That's all
I
I'm saying.
do. I like gaming on the PC just fine. I just prefer a controller, and I prefer the ease of booting it up and having it go.
Makes sense.
I'm just
I get
lazy.
that. I get that.
You've seen how hard it is for us to do anything around here. I hope you understand how lazy I am.
Fredo, what games are you going to be playing coming up on your streams and all that?
Coming up, Witcher, but
Well, I'm coming
I mean,
up
that's
like
that's
now.
like a full month away.
Yeah,
oh,
like-
like now?
Yeah.
Uncharted 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Good choices.
That's on my list. Besides that, I don't know. I haven't really thought that far. You know,
Okay.
It's kind of winging it.
It's fair enough.
What about you? What are you looking for? Sam?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't
For
know.
me, this is
You
the
don't
first time in
really
a while.
play games.
I need
It's
to.
true. He doesn't. He plays 10 minutes of a
He
game.
gets so excited.
play a lot
And
of
he
10
acts like he's
minutes.
the expert on libraries for handheld systems
I am.
without
It's a
having
fact.
any
I
knowledge
have
of the
vast
other
knowledge of the vast amount of
Jesus.
games.
of the other universe. This is the first time in a long time I feel like I'm satiated. I feel like for a while I've had that like clawing behind my eyes of my spirit just not being happy and wanting to get out and play something specific. And Borderlands for right now is hitting the mark. You know what I mean? To the point of where I was debating bringing my PlayStation 4 to Missouri because I'm only gone 2 nights. I have friends to see there. I'm probably not going to play that many, but to have the option. I just want the option.
Don't
Then I-
pull a Destin. What Destin did, we had an IGN, we had that company retreat, and then Destin brought his PlayStation
Yeah.
for like the one night, and everyone was out drinking, and he
Yeah.
was in his hotel room doing the nightfall, and I was like,
But like the other thing too is we had Anthony Carboni on Colin and Greg Live and the Game Over Greggy show, and on Colin and Greg Live he was talking about how he got this Hori screen. That way he could, the little one he could carry with him and play his games on the road or whatever. And I was tweeting about that over the weekend. And then the games people, that's how you
yeah.
say it.
Oh, yeah.
Games, yeah. The
just
games
make
case, yeah.
Well, they have that new screen that's like the size of a tablet that's just powered off of USB and it's right there. That sounded really good because then the guy, then other fans were chiming in saying like, oh, I use it all the time. And one guy put up photos of him on a Virgin America flight, PS4 plugged in, and then the PS4 charging the screen, so he was just playing his console. And I was like, damn,
I mean, that's
that sounds
pretty awesome.
fucking
where do
awesome.
you plug the PS4 into?
In Virgin, they have
In
outlets.
Virgin, they
They
have
have outlets there,
in-seat power outlets.
Virgin thinks of everything.
Baller shit.
And then I was thinking
Yeah.
about I can probably trick the company into buying the screen because me and Kevin were talking that we need a third screen in here. That way we don't need the two.
Like, sure.
We just have one monitor. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's got its own headphone out, so we wouldn't have to worry about how it always is, where I can't hear anything. Kevin approves this purchase.
He does.
I'm doing it.
Oh, guys, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Edition comes out. I forgot about that.
Oh,
I'm looking at the
PS4?
releases. Yeah, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3D comes out
yeah.
this month too. So you have that to
The
look
vast
forward to.
library. It's happening, Greg.
Thank you.
It grows.
You do need to have the new 3DS XL to play that
Yeah.
though. So
Which is weird. The box art looks hideous.
Persona
On the
4
top, it has,
Dancing
like,
All
this
Night is
huge
my
thing.
answer to
Dancing All Night?
Yeah, that's what you got. It's
Okay.
coming up. The big thing though is like I got Borderlands right now, right? And then later this month, State of Decay 1 year later. Then next month, Witcher 3. Then that'll keep me going for basically ever. June, Batman. Then we get to August, where all I'm going to play is Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes,
To prepare for.
Phantom Pain, and
I
September.
like that. I like that a lot.
We're in what I like to call Easy Street, everybody.
Easy Street. I like that.
are you not going to dip into Tamriel Unlimited on PS4?
Double dip.
June?
I, for a long time, had wanted to. And I played a little bit of it on PC. And I liked what I played, and then it was another thing I'm going to wait for PS4 or whatever. And now that it's finally here, incredibly late, no, probably not. Because I'll be lost. By that time, I'll be so... If I want that kind of game, I'll be so invested in The Witcher, right? Like, I'm not playing The Elder Scrolls Online because I want, like, the fucking fantasy of it. I like, I want... or wait, no. I'm not... Because I want to play with other people. I want the fucking fantasy of it. And running around and having quests and knocking them out. If I'm already 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours into The Witcher 3. Well, there you go. That's all I'm going to do. Because I got wilds to hunt.
What?
I got wilds to hunt.
Oh.
Wilds.
Got it.
I got it.
See, that's the name.
Yeah.
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Damn. Damn.
Actually, they took the 3 out of the name.
Witcher Wild Hunt?
It's called The Witcher Wild Hunt.
It is not.
Yeah, it is.
The Witcher, the Wild Hunt.
I asked their marketing team about this, and I was like, so when did you guys change the name? They're like, oh, we just decided it.
We just did it.
They just literally just did it. They're like, you can still look up The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, but like if you look at the marketing promotional materials now in the new box art, it's The Witcher Wild Hunt.
Just change kind of funny to mildly entertaining, and then just
don't bring mention to it.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. They must make maybe something to do with the series overall or down the line.
Well, I
no
think it's
longer-
because so many people didn't play 1 and 2, so they don't want to scare off people.
That's a good point.
Into playing this one.
I mean, that's such a weird decision to make this far into the marketing campaign, though.
Well, they probably got a lot of, responses of like, because I mean, if you listen to anyone's video talking about it, it usually is, I didn't play the first 2, but this one looks really good.
Yeah. It's too late. The damage is done. There's still Witcher 3 all over the internet.
Yeah, of
IGN
course.
just put up the first 15 minutes today, called it Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia page hasn't been updated.
I actually did play a
Call
lot
them
of
and tell them
games.
they failed. It's over.
I played a lot of games this weekend because I was looking at my PS3 and like I had to, because we were talking about PSN accounts and if it like goes back to your old games or whatever. And so I have 2 accounts on one system and half my downloaded games are on one and half are the other. And it's like, God, this is the worst. But I was just like, I'm going to play a little bit of this. So I played Tony Hawk, the remastered or whatever the hell it was called, HD version. I played that for a couple hours. And then I played, do you remember Pain?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I played that for way too long.
It's a fun
I don't know
game.
why I
The
booted it up.
physics
It's
destroy
like it's
everything.
the game where you shoot yourself out of a giant slingshot and like damage your body.
I like how when you want to explain a game to someone, you turn to Kevin.
Well, 'cause-
You like make eye contact and you're actually explaining it to him.
Yeah. And I definitely played that for way too long, but it is fun.
Pain was my good one. I remember because that was like one of the first. I guess like it was a downloadable title they'd promoted, for, coming to PlayStation Network for a long time. And so when it came out, people were interested in it at IGN, and I was still PlayStation team. Obviously, I was still a young buck on the PlayStation team, so I covered it a lot. And it seemed like everything I covered about it would be that it was broken, that it was down, or this wasn't working, or this was for free. It's like when I finally met Travis, who was the producer on it, like he was like, and he did one of these. He's like, and he's a big dude. He's like, Greg Miller, the guy who finds everything broken with Pain within 30 seconds of it going live. And we became fast friends.
There you go. That's what happens. You don't have friends, you have family, Greg.
It's true.
Speaking of that, topic 2.
Oh wow,
Licensed games.
that's a good transition.
Yeah, that was good.
Teamwork.
Wasn't that good?
teamwork.
Yeah. So the reason we're talking about this is the Fast and the Furious. Last week, at this point, it'll probably be 2 weeks ago when you're listening to this, Forza Horizon 2 had the Fast and Furious DLC thing that came out. It was free. You can get it for 2 weeks for free, and then it's $10 to download. I think this is a great use of licensed DLC.
Yeah.
There was so much promotion for this, promoting the movie and the game and stuff, and like it was fun.
And it was standalone.
It was standalone, completely
Great
standalone. So
idea.
you don't even need the game. And it was just a lot of fun, and it's a short little like 2-hour thing. And it could have been better. Definitely could have had a little bit more integrations from the actual
What did you
movie
want?
and stuff. I mean, I want a Fast and Furious game. This was just kind of
What about an
a
open
car
world
game.
RPG?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Duh. But this was cool. It definitely felt like it was Forza, but with like Fast and Furious references instead of it just being an actual Fast and Furious thing, which is what it is.
Yeah.
But this got me thinking, like, what are you guys' favorite licensed games? And like, it gets hard because like,
No.
Lego The Hobbit.
Really?
all the Lego games in general.
Maybe not my
Yeah,
favorite
I
of
feel
all
Lego
time. I
games
have
in
to think of it, but off the top of my head, that was really well done. Mm-hmm. And they used all the VO from the movie and like all the scenes from the movie, and well, not all of them, but things like iconic moments that you remembered if you watched the movie and then played it. It was really good. Mm-hmm. Everyone's looking at their phones now.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at the time.
I've had things happening today, and I'm communicating with Colin, who is far.
So that was one of my favorites in recent memory. That was really well done, in my opinion. Did you play it? Did you play it? Anybody?
I didn't play Lego Hobbit. I'm not
No,
a Lord of the
I'm
Rings
not a
guy.
Hobbit fan. Like that's what I feel. Lego games fall into the same thing as Telltale games, and I think Telltale gets around here. One with Colin can always be like, I hate the Telltale games are always the same thing. It's the same structure.
So he and I
Right.
have very similar
You
opinions
do
about it.
But
yeah.
the problem I always talk to Colin is about that. Like the Telltale franchises they're using, you know, Borderlands or Game of Thrones or Walking Dead, I don't think they make them expecting everyone to play everything. Whereas like they're making something for like Game of Thrones fans or something for Walking Dead fans. So like it's clear as day to us. It's the same thing. But like there's few people who might be compelled to play all of Telltale games like we do, if that makes sense on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't look at Telltale Games as a licensed product that's promoting another product like the Forza Horizon 2 thing.
Oh, no. I'm just saying,
you know?
like, Lego games for me are the same way of I love Lego games, but those are the opposite of Telltale, where Telltale, I'll play everything because I love Telltale. Lego games, I'll play the Lego games that speak to me. So, like, when Lego Hobbit came out, I was like, nah. But then, like, DC, I platinum every one of them and play the hell out of them. So that kind of thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, the thing gets hard because with the licensed games, like what she just said about it being made to promote something else, that really limits it because, like Arkham, obviously the Arkham games.
Yeah, those
great.
are licensed technically.
Yeah, so it's like that almost feels like it's cheating. But back in the day, it wasn't. Like Spider-Man on the PS1.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game when the Amazing
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2
PS2.
came out.
Well, no, not Amazing Spider-Man. That's the Spider-Man.
Oh,
2
just
game.
Spider-Man. That's true. Good call.
Right?
Spider-Man 2 was Tobey Maguire. Yes.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game.
on PS4.
I don't think it was on the new. Well, maybe
You're
it was.
you're thinking of Spider-Man 2 if you're thinking anything. Where the kid with the balloon went away and you're stopping carjacks and everybody loved it.
No, this game just came out
you
like a
talking-
year
Yeah,
ago.
it is the Amazing Spider-Man
Really?
2.
Yeah,
Game sucked.
the one Activision published.
Oh, yeah, it sucked hard. Well, they published all of Spider-Man forever.
Yeah,
Sucked
because they
hard.
own the license.
Sucked
But
hard.
like that is an example of a game that could have been really incredible, but like
No, 100%.
wasn't.
Yeah.
That was just Activision.
Well, ones that are really incredible, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, wow.
The
Yeah,
Tobey,
at the
Tobey
time,
Maguire.
yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. But I mean,
Sure.
like Spider-Man 1, not the movie one, but the PS1 one. Yeah.
Yes.
It was on PS1 and N64. Right?
No,
It never
Spider-Man
stopped.
2 was on PS2. I remember it as a PS2 game.
I'm now
Okay.
jumping off of that.
Okay.
Just the original Spider-Man.
Sure,
One.
the PS1 one. The one I have up there underneath the shoes. There's
Yes,
a little CD
that
case.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Neversoft.
Okay. Yeah.
That one was amazing.
Yeah, that was a great.
And I
pun
feel like
intended.
that was a different take because like that was when it was a licensed game because there wasn't like superhero things left and right.
Sure.
So that was like an amazing experience of holy shit, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's the Tony Hawk engine, so it feels right. It was
Right.
good.
Right.
I really like
Just
that.
like Spider-Man and Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
That's another great Spider-Man.
So yeah, okay, going back to that generation, then there was a ton of great
Fucking
ones.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. There's a license. Ghostbusters.
DuckTales.
Batman. DuckTales.
All the Disney shit.
Yeah.
Aladdin, Lion King.
Yep.
Which honestly don't hold up as well as you'd think they do.
Really?
Very floaty.
There's only one licensed game I cared about. Xbox 360. Sneak King.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sneaking.
Gotta give a shout out to Sneak King.
God, bro.
What was the cart one?
I forgot.
There was Sneak King, there was a
a
kart
handful of
racer,
them.
and then
Yeah.
there was one other one.
A bike game, right? Wasn't it?
Maybe the cart. When I say cart, I actually meant bike.
Oh, okay.
It was
did you
a
guys
racing
play
one.
Transformers: Dark of the Moon?
No.
The one that went with the movie.
I took. Oh, was it the movie?
Don't you remember the movie?
No, I stopped watching the movies
I
because they were
remember
so
the movie.
terrible. But I remember the one, the guys who did the Bourne conspiracy game. They did the Transformer. They picked up the Transformers license, and it was really good the first time. People didn't like it. The
High
first
Moon?
license. Then it came High Moon Studios.
No,
Thank you
High
very
Moon
much.
did a good job. They didn't do the most recent one
War
though.
Cybertron is that the
No,
one?
it went from there was War for Cybertron and then
Yeah.
Fall of Cybertron and then there's
Both
Dark of the
which
Moon.
were good.
Dark in the Moon.
Yeah, they were great. And then Dark of the
Terrible.
Moon was I'm assuming not good, but that
It
was a
was-
licensed
I
one.
was assuming
Yeah,
that
it was okay.
And then there was one more that like tried to combine both those worlds, and it's just like stop, guys, just fucking stop.
Yeah.
And it hurt me. It was Battle for the All. I don't. Who knows? Who knows? Greg, which
Yeah.
ones do you like?
Well, I think at the nexus of everything we're talking about, where it's promoting something, but it was also a great game, is none other than X-Men Origins Wolverine. Raven Studios, who then got locked in a Call of Duty dungeon, never to be released again. This was a game where, like, the story made no sense. It was a tie into a terrible movie. Like, some of the boss battles weren't... But everyone loved the fucking game because you were Wolverine, and you're getting shot, and your skeleton's getting revealed, and you just... they got the M rating, so there could be blood, and you're just tearing dudes apart and
do
jumping through
remember
the...
that.
And I was like, yes, this game is fucking awesome, except for the fact that it's not that great. And there was, like... That was that weird thing of, like, all these emotions, like,
Yeah.
oh, I love just tearing dudes apart, and now I gotta fight the Blob for some reason in this really bad boss battle, but now now there's a bunch of robots... I just want this level to end, but there's more robots. Like, you know what I mean?
There's always more robots.
But you're unlocking classic Wolvie suits. You're you know getting us. I was like, oh, so good. And there'd be like you'd be in the suit and you'd get blown apart, but then you heal back, but the suit wouldn't heal back. And you're like, oh my god, please make this forever. And
Yeah.
Activision said no. They put Raven
They
away
just made
forever.
10 more Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
How many fucking Spider-Man games were on the PS3?
A lot. And what's sad about it is that it was Beanox who did it. And Beanox gets, I stand by this to this day, gets Spider-Man, made an amazing Spider-Man game, could continue to make more amazing Spider-Man games if Activision hadn't been Activision about it. And I love Activision, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying, they are who they are, blah, blah, blah. But like, it all comes back to when they bought Sierra's catalog and didn't pick up Ghostbusters. And they said, we want games that are annualizable. And that should tell you everything you need to know about Activision's business model. And they want to make money, and great for them. But, you know, they get Beanox, and Beanox makes Shattered Dimensions, right? And it's this really cool Spider-Man game everybody loves. It's like, oh, this is really fun. This is great. Like, I can't wait to see what they do next. And next is Edge of Time, which had a shorter turnaround. And it's like, ooh, like, this one missed the mark, but I'd love to see you guys do an open world. Like, oh, here's the Amazing Spider-Man, the movie video game.
When did Web of Shadows hit? Was that before this?
That was before all this. This wasn't Beanox. And that one is it's diversive, it turns out, or whatever. Divisive, it turns out. Divisive. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
Okay.
I would say divisive.
Divisive.
That one puts everybody on
Potato,
I
whatever.
don't fucking
other sides of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you like that? Anyways, that I did not like that game, but like Javi Rodriguez loves it, and he's a big time Spider-Man fan. So whatever, there's something for it. But Beanox had something. It seemed like they had a great idea with Shattered Dimensions. They're like, holy shit, this is a great story. It's fun. It's cool. It's all these different Spider-Men. Edge of Time did not deliver at all. Then they finally give them the open world of Amazing Spider-Man, and like the combat system was fun, flying through, because like there was so much verticality and attacking from the air and stuff. But that didn't work, and it's like, well, maybe they'll get it right. And then somehow Amazing Spider-Man 2 was worse. And then the wheels fell off. Disney bought Marvel, and it's like, I don't think you're ever going to see, that was the whole thing where like Major Nelson had, or no, it was Dan Amrich still from Activision being like, hey, all of our Marvel games are coming off services on Tuesday, so buy them now if you want them. People are like, why? And he's like, contracts end. And it was like, that's kind of your telltale sign that like something's changing there.
Yeah.
But that could be exciting, right? I mean,
That's
somebody could potentially be taking up the reins.
I mean, as a licensed game fan, when it's done well, I just don't understand how people don't look at Batman and aren't like, well, fuck, let's do that every time. Let's never put out another movie tie-in game. It hits when it hits. Put something out where people can build a universe to where the fourth game now in the series is going to be this gigantic thing. You know what I mean? Like, do that with Spider-Man. Do that with Superman. Do that with Incredible Hulk. Whoever you want. Just let them go. Give developers time. Don't try to force it. Don't try to,
You can't get that to every superhero, though. I mean, I think Batman is maybe an exception to the rule. I mean, the word Batman was the most searched superhero of all superheroes on YouTube. It's like, how many other superheroes have that pull?
Avengers. Superman.
Not all of the Avengers, though.
But I'm saying if you put it as Avengers, if you made an Avengers game.
There was an Avengers game. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, there was one that was that first person when they released footage of that never made it, and it's just, it got killed. You know what I mean? Like, I think there are these examples of, just like the movies, right? Like, that's like jumping back 7 years, like Ant-Man. You can never put an Ant-Man movie out. If you make the right choices, right, and you just build a little momentum and get it going, that could be the changeover.
Yeah.
I think.
I would like that.
I just want good superhero games.
Yeah.
Portillo knows.
He agrees.
He knows all about that. It's okay. All right, guys. Topic number 3.
That was it? You got nothing else?
That's it.
No more for license games.
No more license games.
Just a
Do
great
you got any more?
Huh?
Do you got any more?
No. I'm just saying, I thought maybe you. What about Shadows of Mordor? Everybody like that game?
Oh, well, she already gave the Lord of the Rings.
I mean, but that wasn't a licensed game. That
Lord
was
of the Rings is a license!
Well, I mean, technically, yeah, sure. But
see, that's what, like, as we started talking about this, it all kind of fell apart, where it's just like, the argument of licensed games suck is just simply not true. At all.
But
anymore.
So we're saying if you're tying it into something.
That's when it gets weird.
That's why I got Fast and the Furious and X-Men.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
Because it's like, licensed games, I think there's, I don't want to say there's more good than bad, but like, there might be at this point. Like, because of Telltale, because of Lego, because of the Arkham games, because of all this different shit, it's like, there's a lot of good license out there. A lot of it. Spider-Man games, there's been a lot of shitty ones, but there's also been a lot of good ones. So, I don't know. Transformers, a lot of great ones. Dragon Ball Z, people really like those games. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Naruto.
All that stuff. Yeah. There's a ton of games. People like that shit.
Okay. I think it's good. I just want good license games. Not bad license games.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah. Like the Family
Sneak
Guy
King
games.
2. I want Sneak King 2.
Yes. Let's see a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Stick of Truth.
It's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
But again, does that count? Because was that promoting, like, it wasn't like a tie into South Park season 10 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are good examples of the tie-in stuff?
X-Men.
Like Origins and Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
What else?
Batman Begins, the EA game, like that was like, and Superman Returns, terrible fucking games that were licensed tie-ins.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, what we're putting licensed in a box.
Yeah.
All right.
We shouldn't do
Get
that.
out of it. Just get out of this topic.
All right, cool.
Nobody puts Colin in a box.
Topic number 3, amiibos.
Oh,
So they're a
Jesus.
thing. They're definitely a thing. And they're a real big thing. And I don't think people expected them to be as big of a thing as they are. We got grown-ass men and women out there fighting the good fight trying to get their NES amiibos. There's so much going on Twitter. It's turning people into animals.
They're
It
the
is.
new Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
They are.
And it's crazy because, like, all right, Disney Infinity didn't do that. Skylanders didn't do that.
Well, that's because they understand supply and demand.
Yeah, well, then also
Maybe.
they were different. They were very Activision about it, which is just like, let's just fucking make money, buy this shit. You know, little kids, you want this, go for it.
Yeah.
This is like, hey, here's characters you actually really care, and I guess Disney Infinity has this too, but like this is different because this targeted the heart of Andrew Goldfarb.
Yeah.
And I was like, you need this, you fucking need this, and he was like, God damn it, you're right.
I do need this.
Yeah, I do. So it caused this whole thing. And now that, so Smash Bros, what's shocking to me is we're like 4 characters away, I think, from all 50 characters having their own amiibo in stores.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, at least announced.
Sure.
So like they've given dates for all of them except for like 4 of them. I think Falco and like,
Fucking boom.
I know Falco doesn't have his. But it's like, I never, ever in my life would have thought that I'm going to get a Star Fox figurine in stores.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. An Ike from Fire Emblem? What?
Yeah.
Like there's all these like crazy things, and so there's Smash Bros, and now there was the Mario line, and then now there's Yoshi's Woolly World,
Which
with
are
the
cute as hell.
amazing
They're
little
super
yarn
cute.
ones.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting one of those. I'm telling you right now.
So you're just
Greg.
giving in?
I am. But that's the thing. I don't think they're a bad thing. I don't understand why people are acting like these are the worst things in the world.
Because you get one, you get a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
You got.
What's the problem with that? That's
There's
on
a
you.
lot of them.
That's on you.
Wait,
That's why I- that's why I
you're
never
against them
started-
because if you get one, you gotta get them all?
No, I'm not against them. I just know that like there's a reason why I don't buy pop figures because if I buy one, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get all the characters in that. Like,
Sure.
like
yeah, but
episode.
imagine if those
Nintendo
pop figures
has-
gave you costumes.
Successfully made them a collectible, which I didn't think they
Yeah.
were going to do. I didn't think the quality of the amiibo stacked up against Disney Infinity figurines. Skylanders figurines as well, also really high quality. But where Nintendo has failed with amiibo, in my opinion, is in game functionality. In a lot of the games, the functionality is really, really weak. And they haven't made a game yet where you need to have an amiibo to play that game the way that Infinity and Skylanders have. I think that's where they've really misstepped. And maybe that's why they kind of held back in production of amiibo, which makes them hard to get, is because they were kind of tepid about the audience response, knowing full well that you don't need to have Smash Brothers amiibo to play Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to see Nintendo actually step up their in-game functionality, and then maybe I'll consider buying them because I have not bought a single amiibo yet, and I have a shelf full of Infinity figurines.
Do you really?
I do.
Do you play Infinity?
I do, not all the time. I need to play it more, but it's a hard game. It's most fun when you're playing in Toy Box with friends, and the
Yeah.
only friend I have that plays in Toy Box regularly is Brandon Jones. So
See, that my thing with, I agree completely with what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I don't think that Infinity or Skylanders are the right answer. Like, it's not like if Nintendo made that it'd be like, all right, now it's worth buying these things. Like, I don't know that we need a game based on that, because that might be a problem, because then you have to buy all these things to make this game fun, and like that's an issue. Like, I'm not gonna buy them to get additional costumes and stuff like that, but if they were
no, but imagine if there was like an open world Nintendo game where when you tapped your amiibo on the gamepad, the character appeared in the game instantly and you could play with that person, and then you wanted to switch characters to go through a different puzzle or a different part of the game, and then you tapped the other character. I mean, that's the functionality that Skylanders Infinity has, right? And that's what makes it so addictive, is that idea that you just put the character down onto the Infinity base or the Skylanders power portal, and like your character instantly appears in the game. It's like that technology at work in front of your eyes is really magical, when you use it. And Amiibo just doesn't have that.
But see, like, I think the thing there though is like, is that gameplay that's engaging to people over 12?
Have you played it?
Yeah, I remember I did a demo of Infinity, and I was just like, I love these little figures. I love Disney way more than I should, and I want these things. But it's like, I don't want to play this game. I really don't.
Well, I would say Infinity's gameplay strengths are in the toy box, whereas Skylanders' gameplay strengths are in their actual like campaign. I think that they just did a much better job of making that gameplay accessible and exciting to people that are above the age of like 10. And I think we'll see in the Infinity team take it even further with the next Infinity that they're going to announce, which hopefully will be happening sometime soon. They announced
3.0.
They announced it around this time last year. So I just think that they do such a great job with gameplay, and Nintendo has just failed with gameplay with Amiibo.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with problem in quotes because I don't really care about the Amiibos. Right, I'm a Sega kid. I wish I had made different choices.
We can only wish there was Comic Zone Amiibos, man.
I wish I had made different choices and the characters meant more to me than they do. They don't. I respect everybody, and don't get me wrong, but like, you know, when the Mega Man came out, I made sure I pre-ordered it for Colin for Christmas. Like, that was his Christmas gift. And even that got here in March. You know what I mean? And that was not just because they couldn't fulfill the order or whatever. The problem I have with them is this crazy, like, just make more of them. Well, it's 2015. Why are we acting like they're Beanie Babies? Why are we acting like they are Muppet Baby toys from McDonald's? Like, there are things, it does not need to be like this. It does not, you go to Amazon, you click buy, you get it. But Nintendo doesn't get along with Amazon, so everything's all fucked up. I don't like that. Just fix it so everybody can get what they want. I don't understand why this is such a big deal. I don't understand, and clearly, I don't understand why it's such a big deal, because Nintendo does understand why this is a big deal to make it a bigger deal. They have played their fan base like a fiddle. And good on them, that's great, and, you know, if the fans are fine with it, fine, like, to be part of this. But the amount of tweets I've seen, I brought them up on Colin and Greg Live before, from my friends who are adults, who are directors, who are creators. They go, please, Nintendo, hear you fans and make more. They hear you. They know what they're doing. They're doing this so you tweet about them, so you keep talking. Like, I don't even know how many waves of Disney Infinity figures have come out since the Avengers and, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, because those are the guys I would care about. Have there been more? I don't know. Maybe there have, but the people aren't tweeting about them every day. You have people tweeting about this every day. You have Jose Otero with a cart full of fucking Yoshis taking photos of them. It's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
But I feel like that's the part of the fun of it, though. Like, the fact that it is a big deal and it is making people crazy, it makes them interesting.
Sure. No, I again, if they were just out, nobody would be talking about it.
No one would give a shit. If you could just find Ike in any store you walk into, no one would care. But the
the
fact that you can't get Ike makes you want Ike. Like, the thing is, when they first came out, I was like, I don't need these. I'm not going to use them for the actual game functionality. Yeah. I kind of want them because I like buying things like a lot. Yeah. And I was just like,
America.
Which characters would I buy? I was like, all right, I'll definitely get the characters I play as. So I'll get Zero Suit. I'll get Charizard. Oh, those aren't out yet. I use Marth. I'll get Marth. And of course, Marth's like one of the rarest ones you can't get. And I'm like, well, this just went from I kind of want it to I really want it.
Yeah,
just
see,
I can't
it's working,
get
man.
it.
They're playing you.
Yeah. And so it got to the point where I was like, how much would I pay for that? And that once I started thinking about that number, I'm like, I don't need this. But one day I'll get
It's one of those things where it's Comic-Con every fucking month. Whereas, like, Comic-Con, you don't get in line for the Hasbro, you don't get the crazy He-Man thing, you bitch about it on Twitter for one day, and I never hear about it again. And, like, every fucking 3 weeks I'm hearing about Amiibos. I just don't understand the little faucet they're letting trickle out of characters. But again, it's just because I'm immune. I am deaf to their Pied Piper. And so I just get to watch all these people freaking out about it. You know what I mean? It's just like, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I respect Nintendo, but they're, you know, it doesn't really resonate with me. But God forbid if they make Pokemon ones.
Oh, I know.
I would go bankrupt.
That's the problem. Like, Nintendo's going to. That's their game. When they make the Pokemon game with the Amiibos, oh God, help us all.
Goodness. If they made a true, like, full RPG Pokemon that had required Pokemon
gotta
Amiibo
catch 'em all
franchise, then that would be really huge. Because look at how much Skylanders has made for Activision. It's an over $2 billion franchise now. Since that franchise launched, you know, Nintendo could make that kind of money if they did it right. But Nintendo just always missteps just a little bit, right?
Just a little bit.
So like they're on the right path, but I don't think that they're making all of the right decisions yet. And I don't know if they're holding their master plan back. Which it always seems like they seem to do with everything.
Yeah.
You know, they misstep out the gate and then like they figure it out a couple years down the line.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to.
I think the smart thing if they were to do a Pokemon game would be just you can play the Pokemon game, right? And you can catch your Pokemons.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then the ones that you can't find, you can just go buy it in the store and then use that like integration, right? But because then at that point it's like, oh, like I have the blue version, like I can't. You know,
I get what you're saying. The exclusive ones that you can't get.
Like I could buy all the red version ones.
So you're adding in-game transactions that are in stores.
Yeah.
An in-store transaction to a game.
Everybody's always fine with it as long as they get something with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the real killer when, like, if they want. I guess they don't need to. They're fine. Everything's working, I'm sure, the way they want. They're rolling in money from this. But when they're like, all right, now we're putting out 8-bit Mario amiibo, and when you touch it to your Wii U, you automatically download the original Super Mario Brothers. Something like that.
It's
would be
fucking
cool.
awesome. And they're not really doing that. It's like kind of that. It's like you get to play for 15 seconds. And it's like, well, fuck you. But like that's what I'd want from the Smash Bros. Ones. Like if the new DLC characters, so when Mewtwo comes out and Lucas and whoever the hell else comes out, like if instead of me paying for the DLC to buy it, if I can go to the store and it gives me a code with it, I love that. I want to get something. I hate this digital bullshit.
Well, and they could sell so much more, right? So Mewtwo is what, $3.99 if you buy the digital download, and if you were to buy the Mewtwo amiibo for what is it, $12.99 they are, right? $14.99.
I only see him on eBay for $55. I don't know.
So if you buy the amiibo and then he automatically unlocked when you tapped into the gamepad, that would be genius, right? But they're not doing that.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
That'd be so awesome. Another thing that bothers me, and this is just a very me thing, but the Yarn Yoshi, it's like it doesn't
No
have
base.
there's no base.
What is
and
that
it's
all
like,
about?
where's the consistency, guys?
that's
you
not-
can't
that's
do
stupid.
that's like the freaking DVD case next to all my Blu-rays, and it's just like Squaresoft. Why do you keep doing this? Stop.
Yep. No.
Stop.
You think that after there's been enough examples of this. You remember the Simpsons box sets? They got to like season 5 or 6. And they
Kevin knows all about
They
this.
released the Homer head.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, fuck you. You've had this. And they're like, all right. They printed boxes and sent them out to people because everybody's like, we buy this because we're fucking nerds. We want it to look good on our shelf.
Yeah, you better
Homer's
damn well
flathead.
know that if Fast 7 or Furious 7, does not come in the fucking Best Buy exclusive
Like
steel
Yeah,
case.
steel case.
I don't even know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Well, you'll buy
you
them
have to
all
throw
again.
everything
and
off.
next-
No, because my steel cases are beautiful right
Yeah,
now.
the number of times he's bragged about that.
It's just art.
my Fast Series steel case so hot.
So good.
This is how he's getting all his girlfriends.
Yeah. So many girlfriends. But yeah, this is a big deal. So this Yarn Yoshi, it's like, guys, come on. Why?
Yeah,
why
I
are
do-
you
But
doing
it's
this?
so cute.
It
That's
is. It looks fucking
But put it
awesome.
on a fucking base. That's all I
No,
want.
but it's
needs a
supposed to be
base.
plushy.
all about
You
that
can't
base.
have a base.
There's computer chips in his ass.
Yeah.
His ass definitely is going to have a cylinder
There's something
feel
in
to
there.
it.
Yeah. Man. Alfredo, what would make you... Would you buy, like, Master Chief amiibos?
I mean, I would.
This is coming from somebody that bought the Halo books and read them all.
I mean, I would, but then again, at the same time, it's like, what else is Microsoft gonna do after Halo? What, like Blinks the cat?
What do you
Yeah.
mean after Halo?
I mean, like, how many like figures are they gonna be able
You're
to
talking
really
about
make?
if they made their own amiibo.
Yeah, they made their
competitor.
own amiibo. Yeah, competitors. Like, how
What would
much?
be like
how
the
many,
Forza car?
Marcus Phoenix. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Like,
The paperclip
that's
from
why
Word.
Sony and Microsoft aren't talking about it, right? Because they
Yeah.
don't have that really iconic
Yeah,
cast of
yeah.
characters the way that Nintendo does. They actually just have, tentpole AAA games that sell millions of units.
That's it.
Man,
That's all they
how's
got.
that working for him?
That vast
Get some
library.
toys and a tablet.
Yeah.
With multi-touch? No, just one touch.
No, one touch.
Please.
Why?
Should we be able to play for 4 hours? No, 2. Thank you.
Could you play with 2 of these revolutionary
No.
gamepads?
No, you can't.
Oh, man, that would make too much sense. Mario Party, let's make a game
Sure.
for the fucking Wii U and make it so that you need to use Wiimotes. You can't... All right, guys, 4th topic.
They need to make a Wiimote amiibo. Or Wii tablet amiibo.
That's just like flicking you off.
It's on the screen as somebody's
Yeah.
looking. It's a Reggie looking off. Well, I'll tell you real quick. Amiibo I would buy, and I'm sure they're gonna do when they do Super Mario World and it's Mario in a cape. I'm in. I'll buy that.
awesome.
I'll buy that. One.
I want to like the Amiibos so much more than I do, and it's like I am just a second away from slipping into this and just getting so dirty and nasty with these things and getting so far into it. Because once I buy this, you better damn well know I'm buying Disney Infinity shit. You think that I'm gonna have my Zero Suit and not have her chilling next to Elsa? You're kidding me. You are kidding me. So it's like I look at them, but it's the build quality, like you were saying. It's just like, oh, look, like the Zero Suit one they showed has this freaking like weird ass yellow stick behind her, holding her up.
Well,
Figure out gravity and stuff, guys.
I heard
Come
she's
on.
peeing.
Oh, out of her butt.
I think a lot of people underestimate the amount of research and development that goes into creating an actual physical toy, and that's why only a few companies worldwide do it really well and manufacture on a broad scale. And Disney clearly has the resources to do that, and
Yeah.
Disney's done merchandising for decades, which is why we see a really high quality collectible. I just think that Nintendo maybe needs to put a little bit more R&D into Amiibo, and it could be a really, really big thing. It could be even bigger than it is now. That's what I would like to see. I want to like Amiibo, but they just haven't given me a reason to like them yet.
Do you have the Aladdin one?
I have Jasmine. I don't have Aladdin.
Because Aladdin's dope as fuck. He's all like, I'm Aladdin.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just got Loki, though. He was in the
okay.
last wave, yeah.
It's pretty cool. Before we go to the next topic, I want to give a shout out to Hot Chocolate Party. It's a YouTube channel.
Ooh.
They made an amiibo wrap, and it's fucking hilarious. It's
Okay.
really funny. I'm gonna show you later. It's good.
Are we
They
still
did
doing?
damn
Are we
good.
done with the Peach shoutouts? Did I miss the end of Peach shoutouts?
Yeah, I feel like those
Okay.
are
Give me the yes.
Every still go
Yeah.
to bit.ly.com
Yeah.
or bit.ly/peachgoblin.
bit.ly/peachgoblin. He has an album,
Yeah.
an EP. Excuse me. You should go check it
really
out.
good.
He's a good dude. All right. Topic 4, the final topic.
The final time.
It's the kind of funny mailbag. We're going to do a bunch of rapid fire, but we can talk about them for a little longer if we want. Questions. As always, tweet at me at Tim Gettys. Let me know your topics that you want us to talk about. Just like ask at Festarello. How do you feel about that name? Festarello.
It's pretty good.
I like it.
I like
I'm
it.
a fan. I'm a fan of the Fester. I'm a bigger fan of the Ello. Is it acceptable to marathon games in your underwear when you're an adult?
Yes.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Yeah. We all
Yeah.
do that, right?
Most
Yeah.
certainly. Of course.
I mean,
Even though now I'm a little more nervous about doing it now that Connect is always watching me.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
that
you
just kind of makes me want to do it
disconnect
more.
Yeah.
Someone's watching. They get to see. Because I'm a big fan of my underwear collection. What?
Okay, go into details about that.
I don't need to go
What does
into
that
detail.
mean?
I mean, just okay. Alfredo,
Are they prints?
well, I got some Prince ones. I have a lot
Boxers
of
or briefs?
holiday
or boxer
themed
briefs?
boxer briefs. I have a lot of holiday themed boxers that my mom has bought me over the years.
Sure.
So it's like
She's gotten me a pair too.
yeah, she did. She has. Yeah. She got me and him matching Transformers boxers
Nice.
back in
Oh.
2007 when the movie came out.
Adorks.
But the thing about boxers is it's like you get them years, but they last for a while.
Yeah, they last forever.
You know, so it's like my boxer collection. I haven't bought boxers for a long time, but it's pretty on point. Like we got some Valentine's Day ones, we got some Christmas ones, we got some St. Patrick's Day. Like they get
So
pretty
you're going
wearing
to
these all
obscure.
the
stream
time?
in your underwear is what you're saying.
Yeah. I would definitely. Like there's like Memorial Day ones.
You heard
like,
it here
that's-
There's a
first.
memorial.
No,
that-
there's not.
no.
I really wish there was though.
It's just
but
a
it's
bunch
like,
of veterans saluting. Flag.
but there's things like that, right? I don't. But then it reached a point where I was like, I'm not gonna wear boxers anymore. Why? Because we found boxer briefs.
Oh, so
Together.
good. So good.
How did you
Yeah.
find them
So,
together?
well, here's the thing, right? Yoga pants.
Oh yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Everybody loves yoga pants. What's the yoga pants for men? Boxer briefs.
How did you find them together? That's what I'm.
I mean, probably because we decided to be grown men one day. We're like, yeah, let's be grown men and stop going to like Zoomies and go to Express.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
just like, oh shit, they got that boxer briefs.
And I'm like, whoa, what's this?
Those
shit
they
was
have
good.
good ones there
They got
too.
real
Yeah,
good
they
ones. Yeah.
It's really.
Nick
So
wants
it's
to
like,
come on and
yeah.
talk about underwear.
So
wanted to be grown ass men, so we went to Express.
yeah. So it's good. So that you only bust out the express boxer briefs when you mean business,
Yeah.
because it's
Hot
like,
date.
or else
Literally-
it's H&M
Literally.
in
there-
every sense. It can happen at any time, at anywhere, Greg.
Okay. Sorry.
Right now, I'm wearing H&M ones.
So there's
which
no
means-
action
Oh, I
happening.
don't know.
There's
I mean,
no business today.
Again, Greg. Anytime, anywhere. But it's just like Express. You only got to bust out because Express has the big ass Express. Like it says it, people know.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's the equivalent to women wearing matching bras and underwear. You know that they have shit in mind. They're planning.
Oh,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you
You are
see
not
that,
wrong.
yeah, they're stopping into it. If they're not matching, it just means that's when it's the anytime, anywhere. Video games, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like
People
if I'm-
didn't want off topic. Wanted more off topic. They're getting more off topic.
It happens. All right. So, my boy Zach Edwards, aka Houston Z,
Yeah.
shout out to you. I like you a lot. People complained that Fallout New Vegas felt like an expansion pack for DLC for Fallout 3.
Who said
What
that?
people? What can be done to not make Fallout 4 feel the same?
Fuck those people. It didn't feel like that.
Damn.
That's how you do it.
was cold-blooded.
I mean, it's gonna be an HD version of Fallout. That's all it's gonna be, right? It's gonna be a fancier version of Fallout with better textures and better loading and less game crashing and falling through the world because you wore a hat on the strip. Like, I mean, Fallout is Fallout. I'm expecting it to be a lot like that, and that's exactly what I want.
Good.
Better lip syncing. That would make it, not like put some cinematography into it, not just, I'm talking to this person. I'm gonna talk to this person. There's like, there's a lot of ghouls over there.
At CrispyN64 says, "How awesome is Mount Your Friends? Very awesome.
That's very awesome.
Yeah.
Very
Catch that
fucking
Let's
awesome.
Play on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames.
you know what day is going up, Kevin?
Kevin can't even get today's Let's Play up. Let's not tax him too much.
Sometime this week. It's definitely happening. At Hokey says, dem Halo trailers, though.
Oh.
Good Lord. Those trailers. It's a little old news now, but fucking A.
I like it. Because I feel like I'm done with the whole fighting the Covenant and stuff like that. Now there seems like there's like mystery and like this big conspiracy going on. He's fighting another Spartan. I'm like, okay, like I could get into
Here's
this.
my question for you, Alfredo. Today, on Colin Moriarty Live with Andrea Rene,
Right.
we were talking about this Halo podcast they're doing. It's in the vein of Serial, which was a real murder, and they probably shouldn't say it's in the vein of. Are you listening to it? Would you want to listen? Because it's all about the truth and all this jazz and trying to figure out what's going on in the story.
I mean, I don't know. For me, it's just like from working at IGN, I kind of developed this thing where I just don't want to know about a game because then I know too much,
I know
you
that
know.
feeling.
So for me, it's just like at this point, I just want to just wait till the game's out. Maybe watch a few trailers in the meantime, but just wait till it's out.
Are you aware that Halo TV show came and went already?
The
Nightfall. Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it.
I don't know how I missed this. I interviewed the guy. I didn't even know it was out yet. I didn't even know. No one talked about it.
A couple of days ago, I was buying some Blu-rays, and I saw it on Amazon. It was like Nightfall. I'm like, that's on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I watched the first 2 episodes. It had a very, like, in terms of production quality, like sci-fi original movie type feel. And I was like, that's cool, but I don't really care about it anymore.
Well, if you want to watch it, I can bring my
No,
Master Chief collection over.
Is it working yet?
Is it working yet? Well, I haven't played it in a while, so I don't know about that.
People told me it worked.
I just think it's
Really?
interesting that it's very clear that Microsoft is trying to appeal to a mass market audience because they debuted the trailers during The Walking Dead. They didn't announce them with a game news site partner. They didn't announce them at a big convention. They were like, we know this is tentpole, cable watching for our target audience. So it was interesting. I think it's definitely the right move because it's their flagship franchise, but I don't think that, we were talking about this morning, I don't think that people who watch The Walking Dead are going to go search out a podcast to listen and find out more about Halo.
The truth. Hashtag the truth.
Hashtag the truth.
Yeah. What's interesting about those trailers, though, is I feel like they were exactly what Halo 5 needed to get people interested.
Yep.
At least the people that were on the fence. You're either, if you're sold, you're fucking sold.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was great for all the people that moved over to PS4 from the Xbox, and we're just like, all right, I'm done with this. I've got enough Halo. Like, Curran, our friend, he saw those trailers. He's like, fuck, I have to buy an Xbox One. Like, I can't not play.
He's a grown
the
ass
next
man.
Halo. And
He's got a car.
He is. He does have a car. He has a
house.
dog. You should go follow his dog on Instagram. Is at. Yeah, we need to make him famous, Greg.
Kevin, do me a favor. Bleep all that out. Kieran did not give us the money for shout-outs for a month. He does not get it. The dog does not get
Yeah,
any.
fuck Raja.
Kevin, here's what I want you to do.
funny.
I want you to put all that information up, but then put a black bar across all of it. And let him know that he could have gotten that plug
coulda.
if he would have supported us.
$3,000, Curran. Step it up. All right. At Charlie M says, favorite Game Boy Advance game? I have a lot of favorites. The first, like, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was my first one because that was a launch game. That and the whole Mario Advance series was really good.
Oh, yeah.
That was so long ago.
I know.
I don't even
2001.
remember.
The Castlevania games.
I'm
great.
Googling for the full title of mine. Hold on. Because I don't want to get yelled at for using my phone.
I was still like playing my N64 then. Was not playing Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. What was I playing on that? I just remember just playing Pokemon.
Oh, Zero Mission was amazing. Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid Fusion.
I did play Fusion. That was good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Mine, because it's the reason I bought my Game Boy Advance finally. Because I'd been on the fence forever and ever and ever, and then I went into Sam's Club because I was in Missouri, and they had all like how they just have that giant like thing of games, and I was looking through it, and they had the clamshell blue
GBASP.
I
Cobalt
wanted.
Blue.
Yep, you know it. And I was like, if they have Extreme Ghostbusters Code Ecto 1, I'll buy it.
Ooh.
And they did.
Of
And I
course.
bought it. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
There's the box art if you need a
Oh, a little refresher.
Oh
Yeah,
my
look
goodness.
how it looked.
Yeah, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire was a big deal because, like, I feel like that was the perfect time. So, Pokemon on the Game Boy came out in '98 when I was in 3rd grade, and I feel like I was the exact generation that game was made for because it got me. I was at the perfect age to get hooked in buying all the toys and buying all the cards and buying all that shit. And then you grow up, and I played Gold and Silver, which came out like a year or two after.
Yep.
Still in elementary school though, but then we went to middle school, and that's like, all right, you're not supposed to play Pokemon anymore. grown
said
fuck
the
up.
Big grown ass
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and
was
so like,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Shop
at
at
that point.
Zoomies.
well, yeah,
whatever
but
the
so
fuck
we
that is.
went 6th and 7th grade without Pokemon because it's just like that's whatever. But then Ruby and Sapphire came out on GBA, and it was like the next gen. Here's new Pokemon. It was the first one that like didn't have to do with the first 2 games. And I remember all my friends. It was that moment of like, oh, we're supposed to be cool. We're not supposed to like this. Oh, did you buy it? You bought it? Oh shit, I bought it too.
Yeah, I
Oh
bought it
shit,
too. Yeah,
are we playing at lunch?
Alright.
Are we doing that? And then just everyone's playing Pokemon. It's just like, goddamn right. Fuck society.
You trading?
Yeah.
We trading, bro?
We trade? We doing this shit? Yeah, Ruby and Sapphire was some shit. All right, Fanboy Wars. Papello wants to know about Fanboy Wars. Do we believe in the necessity to defend the systems that we play? No. No one needs to actually stand up for Nintendo and its greatness. That would be ridiculous. Everybody already knows about the vast library.
I
of
let the
3DS.
ignorant people who want to say that are no Vita games speak for themselves.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we need to get into that. No, I mean, we buy into it here and joke around with it.
Yeah.
But no, we don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you totally don't care, and I think that it's a good thing though, just that like you support stuff that you like. Blind hate of the other people. That's not cool.
Sure.
Like you need to not
a lot
hate
of that,
other
but
people,
yeah,
but
it's
like
cool.
really loving the thing that you love. Hell yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Same thing like sports. Like people who like sports are just like really proud of their team. You know, just really proud of your console.
But they're also really hateful on other teams.
It's true.
That's true.
It's very
In
true.
sports,
So
it
fuck
gets,
them.
it gets ugly.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Don't be
ugly here
mean.
too. That's the
I
problem.
think the only time that you really need to defend the thing you like is maybe when it's new, right? So like when Xbox One and PS4 first launched, like fall 2013, like deciding which one you were going
Sure.
to buy, then maybe
It always comes
in
down
that
to
very like
financials.
finite example. But
It's the same reason I was a Sega kid. Because I was told you get one system. You know what I mean? Like, even if I would have tried to talk to my parents about getting an NES or a Super NES, they'd be like, you already have the Genesis. You already have the Sega. What do you care? You know what I mean? Like, that's how this happens. Is that you get into your trench, and that's it. Now you're in the war. And that was like, when the new systems came out, I just bought them all. Whatever. I don't care.
I'm a grown ass man.
I don't give a shit anymore. I can keep buying games on Steam. I'm not even playing them. Just fucking building this category, this library. It's like, yeah, it's whatever you want to do with it. And then it comes down inevitably you play one more than the other, but like it's just whatever you know, right? This is what we always talk about. This is what I used to talk about all the time at IGN when like I was deep in the trenches with PlayStation 3 and stuff. And me and Damon would argue about the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 interfaces. And it was totally just like one.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how simple it is. If you hand somebody something new, they're like, how do I even get? Where do I even go? Where do I get to my printer setting?
Well, that's what exactly.
That's what the XMB
Yeah.
taught you.
That's the
no, the
funniest
XMB
thing
was
with.
fucking awful.
I know. Oh, I know.
No, but then see, I liked it, and like I'm familiar with
It's
it
just 'cause
from the
you get used to
PSP.
it, yeah.
So it's like, all right, it all made sense. It's like, okay, cool. But then, the perfect thing is Colin. I'm not defending the Wii U system at all
Yeah.
because, good lord, it's a mess. But Colin acts like it's the most obtuse thing that just totally is designed for idiots,
Yeah.
and it's just like. If you just calm the fuck down for 1 second, you'll get to what you need to get to. It's really not any different than any other system. Like,
Yeah.
it works. Now, where it does get complicated is if you're doing Let's Plays and you're trying to figure out which...
Am I in Wii mode or
I mean,
regular
do you need to
Wii
go in the
U
Wii mode for the virtual console and buying stuff? And
Why
that
are we not
turns
getting a
into...
signal? Oh, it didn't auto-recognize that we've switched from 10. Oh my god, shut the fuck up and just work.
So that's all a mess. But it's like, otherwise, it's like, it's
But
not
it's-
like any of the systems have it down.
Exactly. It's just like everyone has their own little things. And how many times I've had to text Fredo because I'm just like, I don't know. I'm on the Xbox One and I want this to happen. What do I do? He's like, oh, that's like, okay, cool.
Where's the
Used
printer
to it.
settings?
Yeah, well,
Where are the printer
how do I
settings? How do I-
print from this? Can I boot in Linux mode?
How do I get Master Chief Collection to work? You don't.
You don't.
You
don't.
eject the disc and put it on the shelf. Wait for further instructions.
Cal FD wants to know about Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. Is it worth a play? Thoughts on the game and the franchise? Obviously, we love the franchise. Do we all love the franchise?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I love the franchise.
love
Greg
it.
loves the
Kevin gave me the
franchise.
side eye. He was like,
Kevin loves the franchise. Ground Zero is totally worth playing.
Yeah. Here's my thing with Ground Zeroes. And I've talked to you about it today already, so I'm sorry you're getting the same spiel.
it's okay.
Ground Zeroes, Peace Walker is the best game of all time. Period.
I
End
mean,
statement.
I
Best-
heard
Disagree,
you
but
thought
that's
Smash
okay.
Bros was.
Move
No,
on.
that's not true. And so when Ground Zeroes was coming up, and I'd watch the trailers, whatever, like this is gonna be Peace Walker HD. I can't wait for it. And then I got it, and I started streaming it I took one day off work, if you remember. I was gonna stream and platinum it and try to platinum it one day. And I beat the campaign, and I started doing the little missions, and I just ended up stopping and playing something else because it was too much. It was too much Metal Gear. It was too much realism for Metal Gear of like, all right, I'm on this army base, and I've tagged everybody great. And then I start moving, and there's one guy I missed over. Hey, who's that? I'm like, oh, fucking G. So then I'm just running around.
Damn it, Joey.
Running around like an asshole, shooting right. And I'm like, oh, this isn't fun. I don't feel like Snake. So that was a mood killer for me. And it turned me off to it in terms of like I didn't go back to try to platinum it. Now I'm getting revved up for Phantom Pain, where people are telling me, no, this one is actually Peace Walker HD. This is the one you're going to be crazy about. You need to get into. So like I'm taking August off from other games and only playing.
Taking the month off.
I'm only playing Ground Zeroes. I'm going to platinum Ground Zeroes. I'm going to get really good at Metal Gear again, so that when I land in Phantom Pain Land, I'll be ready to go and I'll feel like Snake again. Now it's going to be tough. Quitting other video games cold turkey. I'm going to get my head kicked in a few dozen times, but it'll eventually get to be like Metal Gear Solid 2, where I knew enemy patterns and I knew where everybody was going. So I'm going to do, I think my first week, I'm going to go into every mission and just lay there. And just watch people. Just memorize their patterns. Just fucking learn. I'll stream for 6 hours and be laying there figuring out exactly what's happening. Throwing rocks, seeing how people react to it.
He's got one of those corkscrew boards.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's fucking awesome. See, Ground Zeroes to me is like, it's my perfect gaming experience where it's short and it's like, yeah, it's very short, but it's like expansive and there's a lot of different things to do, but it's also contained. It's an open world that like is designed, and it's like, all right, cool, you can go into this area, there's a lot of shit to do, but it's like you don't need to worry about the rest of the world. Don't worry about what's past that fucking mountain. There's not dragons over there. You don't need to worry about that stuff. Like, you're good, just stay in this area. And all the things you're saying about it being not Metal Gear, and like it's just it's too much. Sorry, too much Metal Gear, and like it's too real and all that stuff. I loved that. It was like one of the. I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 4 and it being my first real next gen experience with games.
Yeah,
and for me, this is also my first. This is a PS4 experience, even though you can play it on the other systems. But like the way that the guards interacted with you and like the lights and all that stuff, I was just like, holy shit! I had so much fun having it be that much more real and that much more. Just like ridiculous. And I kept trying to do bullshit, like jumping from building to building without people seeing me because I'm fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
did you do it?
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And I remember Kevin was playing a lot too. Like he was doing all these different things, and it was one of those experiences where his playthrough of it totally different than my playthrough of it.
Yeah.
And I love that because it's 2 hours, but everyone's 2 hours is different. So
it's
you should definitely
really
play
expensive 2 hours.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like $29.99. If
Yeah,
you
but
bought
you
the
do-
retail box version, it was $39.99.
Holy
Right?
shit, that's a lot.
You got those side missions though.
Kevin's like, I borrowed
Yeah,
that.
Extra
it's-
ops. Go through and get it all.
Have you
Find
played
the
it?
pause.
Fredo,
Dang.
did you play it?
No, that's gonna be on my list of
Alright,
things
cool.
to
You
play
should
before the game
definitely-
came out. But
you
it's
should get on that.
like, well, I mean, at the time it was $40. Jesus,
No, you can get it. You can get it cheap now.
Well, now-
But
Oh, yeah, I
mean,
let
yeah,
me see
now
how
I'm
much.
sure
Let me
it's
see. Let
cheap.
me look it up here.
that's expensive.
You can just watch my stream. First week is laying there.
All right, cool.
Just
I'm gonna learn
laying
the
there,
patterns
watching,
with you.
fucking being a snake. I'm only gonna eat like Snake eats in the game.
Go fly on the
I'm gonna
wall.
talk like Snake.
Saran wrap in your kitchen.
All
It's
right.
transparent.
Whoa,
Yeah.
saran wrap in your kitchen. What the fuck? All right.
That's right.
Ryochi FN wants to know our thoughts on relationship simulators in non-dating sim games, like
Wait, what?
Mass Effect and Persona.
I was about to say.
So relationship elements in a game that isn't based just about that.
Yeah.
Love it. Big fan.
I'm not a fan.
What the fuck's
It's
your
too much
problem?
work.
What?
Don't do it then. It's
Relationships,
optional.
So like Fire Emblem has it, and I'm just like, oh god, like this is part of the gameplay. I don't want to deal with this. Like, can I just have side bitches? Like, come on.
Can I just have some?
No, because you ever play games, you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Look at this girl character.
Well, I mean, that
And
definitely
moves on
happens. Me,
And
obviously.
then games like Mass Effect allow you to bang them.
That's true.
Pretty great.
It was the much needed release from all that action and space drama and mineral farming to get to go out there and talk to people.
Yeah.
And like it encouraged you to go talk, right? Because then I'd run around the ship and talk to everyone in the ship, usually about ship kind of stuff. But then you get to your little secretary, your little piece, you talk to her. You get over to Garrus, you talk to him. Like, yeah, you figure it out.
Gosh, we're gonna do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And eventually you do, and it's hot.
I remember in Final Fantasy X, there was like, and usually the Final Fantasy games will have some like tree of like responses you can do
Sure.
that'll like make one person like you more than the other. I remember like you were flirting with the all the girls. So Yuna, Lulu, Riku, or whatever. It's like, I want Riku. It's like, I know the story's gonna make me go with Yuna, but I want Riku. And then somehow I got Lulu. Damn it, Lulu.
Just like real life, man.
Yeah.
You can't predict love.
Yeah.
You can't. You really can't.
You can't tell somebody that they love you.
But it's like, it's things like that where it's like, now we actually do have what I thought I wanted back then of you can actually make all that happen. It's not just like predetermined shit. It's like you can choose whoever the hell you want.
Right.
And make sure that's too much. Like, I don't want real life out of video
So just
games.
don't. So you okay.
But you enjoyed real life out of Metal Gear?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's something that was real life. Jumping from rooftop to rooftop
It
with
was too
Spider-Man.
real.
No,
There's
like
real life and too
realism in
real.
video games. Like, I'm not talking about like real life. Real video game realism and real life are different things.
Are they though?
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Greg Miller feels me.
Week 2 is just gonna be crouch walking. No fighting, just crouch walking.
Okay, so I looked it up. It was $29.99 for Xbox One and PS4. It was $19.99 on the last
That's
generation
not
of
bad.
systems. No, $30?
I spent $17 to watch Furious 7 again. It was worth it. It's definitely worth it. 30 fucking bucks. Straight up.
It's not $30 anymore. You can get it as cheap as $10.
I mean, they're just
depending where you buy
throwing
it
them for
from.
free
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
mean at this point.
Yeah.
But damn, back then, $30 for like 2 hours.
Yep.
But
What? I want to know what
there's
Kevin's gonna
extra
say.
missions, there's reasons to replay, there's things to go collect. If you're just looking at it in terms of a campaign, I feel you. But there's more than that in that package.
All right.
Yeah.
Disagree, but that's okay.
Not enough people bought it. That's why Kojima left.
All right. At Esteban. That's a great name.
Yeah.
Wants to know, should jobs allow time for video game breaks?
No.
No.
God,
You're-
reading
just-
people's
just-
tweets is
just
always
work.
hard.
Just work. Just go to work.
The grammar's always just off and it makes me stumble.
It's the simple line of just one more game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
No, do your job and then do video games afterwards.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like
Come
everybody
on,
else.
Esteban. Jay Marullo.
Jason Derulo?
Nope.
Jason Derulo.
How much do you think he gets that? Like every time he walks in the room, people
He's
sing his
crying.
name.
Jason, I don't understand.
Are we going to start seeing more superhero games like we are with TV and movies?
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, more? There's been so many.
But I mean, he means
You
good
mean
ones.
good ones?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, like, when Batman Arkham Asylum hit, I thought we were going to get it. I thought, here we go, the golden age. We're going to get a Spider-Man game people took time on and a Superman game, and this never happened. You got Marvel Heroes. You got DC Universe Online, of course. Best MMO of all time. Of
course.
I mean, things are out there. There's things to do, but I don't understand why it hasn't taken off. Why you hope that now Disney has a plan for all of the franchises, whatever they want to do. And then, yeah, whatever Warner Bros. Is working on.
Would you consider Disney Infinity to be a superhero franchise?
No.
No. It says, I mean, that's like, is Marvel vs. Capcom superheroes? Just because it has superheroes in it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
That's saying nothing.
So you're talking about like a single character's standalone story that
Or
turns into a
Avengers.
franchise.
Or X-Men.
We need
Doesn't
some more
even be
Age of
single
Apocalypse
character.
games. Remember those? No. X-Men Legends.
Oh,
I
yeah.
gave you the
yeah.
the Sir title. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah. Those would be good.
Some Dungeon Crawler. Remember them? You remember these?
No,
They were on
PS2?
PSP. Remember the
Oh,
PSP versions? Yeah.
I never played those versions. No.
So what's the story for week 3?
Week 3.
Just
We're gonna
binoculars?
try
You
to
gotta
steal
speed
cars.
it up. You only got a month.
Just, but I'm gonna know the X's and O's, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see I'm just be like the Matrix. I'm just gonna see I'll be able to predict everything that's happening.
Crazy Dogs wants to know, do you think Fast and Furious should get a decent game with story made? Yeah. Entirely. A Fast and Furious game would be awesome if done right, but it would never
It won't be done right.
It would never be.
The best you can hope for is it would be when they end the franchise that they continue on that way.
Yeah.
Because that would make sense. If it picks up, I don't know. This is always Dom's got some fucking shop he's running or something, and Vin Diesel is like the main NPC, and you like come in and he sees something. I don't know.
He's like the quest giver.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought about how much I want a comic continuation of Fast and Furious until right now.
You don't want a comic continuation.
Like the
No.
season 11 of...
You always think you do, and then you don't.
I do.
I think it can be okay for it to just be over.
I like what you're saying.
See, the problem is it's not. They're outstaying their welcome.
Well, yeah,
For
because
sure.
it's their most profitable franchise ever, right?
I don't agree with that.
I think that the movie I just watched should have been the last Fast and Furious.
No.
Think about there's 3 more coming for sure, right?
What?
Not three.
3.
So I heard there was
There's
a new
at least
trilogy.
two more. There's
At least
two
two more.
This is the start of the trilogy.
Oh, I thought it was. I'm sorry. I thought there was a new trilogy beyond this or whatever. Imagine how bad then the next movie's gonna be.
Well,
What are you basing this
They
on?
still haven't gone to space yet, so we're
Yeah.
good.
I'm basing it on the fact that
Yet.
like I'm not even trying to take shots at you or whatever. I was
Yeah.
watching it and like I loved the movie. Don't get me wrong, But and I guess some spoilers for who's alive, not at the end of the movie, just in the middle of the movie here. But like when they get everybody together and they're around the table and there was no Rock and there was no Han and there was no Gal Gadot, and I was just like, ugh, this team isn't even nearly as fun. There weren't the two other guys that cracked wise in the other movie. I forget what their names were. But like
The worst characters that like honestly did not deserve to be in the family.
hey, some fucking just somebody.
The
I'm just
Dominican
saying.
characters?
What's up?
The characters from the Dominican Republic?
Yeah. Tego Calderon or whatever.
I'm just saying we were missing parts of a team there.
Yeah, because
And
they
now we're
died
not
off.
going to have Paul Walker, and we're not going to have Mia, and we're not going to have Han, and we're not going to have Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
So you've pulled this.
we had Gal Gadot for 2 movies,
yeah.
and she had one function that she was really good at. Then we had Han, who I'm not going to talk any shit about Han.
He was an amazing character.
He is
He was really great.
everything. He's the Obi-Wan of this franchise. But it's like he can live on just like Obi-Wan did. Like
He's not going to
Do
live on. There's
flashbacks?
not going to
Yeah.
be ghost.
You
There's
can
not
I
going
want
to be ghost
Han
Tom
flashbacks.
situation.
That would be
Holograms.
amazing. But like I feel like they can just add more characters, add more people.
That's not how families work.
But that's how the Fast family works.
But they won't be as fun. I don't want to. I'll have to get to know them. Trust
It'll
me.
be fun.
They could just
By
go.
the time this
they could
ends,
just go Tokyo Drift on it and just get all new
if
characters.
they brought the Tokyo Drift kid in, I'd be all right.
No.
Well,
No,
God.
leave him
No.
out.
Bring Bow
I
Wow
want him
too.
in. I want him back. That's what I'm saying.
Bring in the whole
Bring in
card?
Twinkie.
I'm
It'll be
down.
great.
Twinkie.
It'll be good. I'm not worried at all.
I just hope they find
At
a
all.
bunch of tapes. That
No.
just Han
There's no
left behind.
concern at all.
No, I think they're gonna be fine.
Oh man, I wanted to start spoiling the Fast movie right now. We'll talk about this off air.
Yeah. All right. We're going to end it here. Ladies and gentlemen. Because Greg is just wrong about everything. He's about to make my day really bad. Leave comments below telling Greg that he's wrong about the Fast and the Furious. And, what? Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Shut up,
Thanks a lot, Nick. All right, guys. Tweet it at Tim Gettys. Let me know what you want us to talk about next week. Thanks a lot, Greg, for talking to me.
No problem.
Even when you have wrong opinions, it still makes me happy.
I'm just saying, you better start setting your expectations lower.
I will.
We're in the
I always do.
tailspin. This is the end of the Fast and Furious you know and love.
Tailspin. All right, never mind.
Thank you so much for that, Alfredo Diaz. Follow him on twitch.tv/AlfredoPlays
Oh my God.
and on Twitter at twitter.com/theAlfredoPlays.
This is true.
Then we
That's really
got
funny.
Andrew Rene over at twitter.com/Andrea Rene.
Yes, that's
Question
correct.
mark. There you fucking go. And twitch.tv/Andrea
Andrea Rene, that's right.
Damn. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, that was it. Just Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames.
Yeah.
Get the shows early.
Mhm.
Support us.
Yeah.
Live event, May 16th.
Oh, yeah. Come to San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Same day as the 8-bit salute. I'm wearing my Operation Supply Drop
Oh, yeah.
t-shirt.
Hmm.
So we said we were going to try to do something.
We'll
Do
fix
some
something.
things.
Something.
Until next time,